First you love James True and then you hate him. This is how I've grown. Why is it that I'm the one who's telling you this? It's because I'm the only one who's gained wisdom from it. I'm the only one who's watched this happen and go, hey, here's something interesting. This is a thing. And I've created my own church and my own precedents because I notice when people behave this way, it tells me a thing. It tells me a thing. And just like church, just like when you know the weather is over, you learn things, right? So some of you still think that being perfect means you don't make mistakes. And you guys are the ones making the mistakes. You guys are the one that are by far making more mistakes than anyone else. You guys are the ones that are like, well, since I don't make mistakes, we need a law. And then you start inventing laws. You're like, let's have a law of gravity. Let's fucking have a law of motion. Let's have a law of perpetuity. Let's have all these things. And then after a while, you have so many laws, you don't know how many there are. You don't know how to end it. So you start wanting to make it efficient. So you're like, we'll have a department of efficiency. And you'll go around and you'll just ridicule people that are hurting your stink. They're hurting your precedents, right? So you built a church. And remember I was telling you about the 7 different ways of worship? I think it was 7. Charlatan is one. Defender is one. Vandal is one, right? So there are people inside of a precedence that are just there for their own kicks. They're just like, well, no, I'm just here for the authority because if I stand here, I can get to be deacon. And if I'm deacon, I get to fucking go out in the parking lot and tell people you can't park there. This is not a flaw, guys. These are hummingbirds drinking nectar. This is why I said maybe love is witness, really. I say that because one thing that I see consistently, even through people that come in the chat and maybe don't have the best thing to say. What I see consistently through all of them, whether they love me or hate me or disagree or want to insist that I'm meaningless, that's a big one. People will go out of their way to insist that I'm irrelevant. All I see is witness. All I see is people drinking witness from a place. So we assemble under places, and if you provide them anonymity, they get to show themselves truer. And if they can show themselves more authentically, some of them are going to kind of be sphincters, right? And what is a sphincter? It's someone learning to open an ion channel. And they got a lot of gas. There's a lot of shit in that hole. There's a lot of stuff there. And so if you can get to that place, if you can get there, then you can start to have fun with it. It takes a while to have fun. It takes a while to understand that that's awake. It's not an emptiness of water. It's purely from the throttle of your thumb, right? Your thumb has so much throttle that it shows. Baal, the idea of Baal as being this god of the bull is not really that strange. It's not really that out of place. If you look in the eyes of the goat, that's a dilating thing. You're just like, where the fuck did you come from, goat? What do you do? What do you know? And the second that you start to notice that maybe goats have a few better degrees of hearing, maybe, or that they can start to sense the weather, then you start to very easily associate these things together. A goat's a creepy looking thing. I mean this in a good way. Like, it's just bizarre. You could stare at a goat forever. And if you stare at a goat forever, that becomes a church too. Anything that dilates your witness is going to be a church. Anything that gives you more calories for your witness to grow is going to be a church. That's why you need to look at witness like sunlight. I hope you don't hear this as dissing love, because I think overall consciousness is really what's there. But the consciousness is having to be squeezed through a peephole of fear. And that peephole of fear is just you and me. But because God is so fucking complex as fuck, you need like billions of pores.